What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is healthy. I hope everyone is sane during this crazy difficult time we're in right now. I'm a CPA, and all my friends and family have been reaching out to me for help and information. I figure the best way to reach as many people as possible is through good old YouTube. So welcome. I'd like to introduce you all to my brand new YouTube channel, Johnny Reliable. My name is Johnny, and today we're talking about the stimulus check. I'm going to provide you with all the information that you need to know to get your money as fast as possible. I'm answering your questions. How much is it? Do I qualify for it? How do I get it? And when will I get the check? Please make sure that you stay until the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I will provide you with a couple links to get additional details on all the information that I'm going to provide you. All right, so I'm bringing out the trusty whiteboard for question number 1. How much is the check? Okay, so for single taxpayers, if you're single, it's maxed out at $1,200. If you're married, the check is maxed out at $2,400, plus $500 per qualifying child. Now that $500 is for single taxpayers and married taxpayers. All right, guys, so we're going to move on to the second question. Do you qualify? So first I'm going to start out with all the single people out there. So if you filed single on your 2019 and 2018 tax return, I'm talking to you right now. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out what your adjusted gross income was. In order to do this, you're going to need to pull out your 2019, or if you did not file in 2019, your 2018 tax return. Now you may be saying, Johnny, I know what my adjusted gross income is. I make $60,000 a year. Well, that's not necessarily true. The amount that you make and what your AGI is, your adjusted gross income is, may differ. So you want to pull your tax return out just to verify. So if you're looking at a 2019 tax return, this information will be found on line 8B. If you're looking at a 2018 tax return, this information will be found on line 7. It's next to the words that say adjusted gross income. Okay, and remember, this number may differ from what you actually make at your job. So just go to your tax return and verify this information when you're looking to figure out how much check you anticipate to get. Okay, so the next phase of this, after we identify what our adjusted gross income is we have to figure out if we qualify based on that number. So if that adjusted gross income is $75,000 or less, you qualify for the maximum payment of $1,200 plus $500 for any qualifying child. If your income is between $75,000 and $99,000, there's a little bit of a calculation involved. You have to reduce your check amount, the $1,200, by $5 for every $100 that exceeds or is greater than $75,000. So that's a lot of words right there. So let's talk ourselves through it. Let's use an easy example. Okay. So if your adjusted gross income is $75,100, then the check that you will receive is $1,195, $5 less than the maximum check of $1,200, plus $500 for every qualifying child that you have. If you're single and you made over $99,000, then you do not qualify for the stimulus check. Okay, now I'm going to be talking to the married people out there. So it's the same process, okay? If you're married, you have to identify and find out what your adjusted gross income number is. So it's the same process as for single taxpayers. You're going to pull out your most recently filed tax return. If it's 2019, you're going to go to line 8B. If it's 2018, you're going to go to line 7. All right, once you have that number, what you want to do is see what that number is in relation to the phase-out numbers, right, that I have listed here. So if you made $150,000 or less, then you qualify for the full check amount of $2,400. If your income is between $150,000 and $198,000, then there's a calculation involved. It will be reduced, your maximum check of $2,400 will be reduced by $5 for every $100 that you exceed $150,000. So again, that's a lot of words. I like examples. So let's use an example here. Your adjusted gross income is $150,100. The check that you qualify to receive is going to be $2,395. That's $5 less than the $2,400 maximum because your income was $100 over $150,000. I hope that brings clarity to you guys on this issue. All right, everybody, we're on to the third question and one of the most important ones. How do you get the check, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to run through a couple scenarios here. The simple answer to that is you're going to get the check through direct deposit or through mail. All right, and whether you get it through direct deposit or whether you get through mail is dependent upon what you've done with your tax returns in the past, okay? So let's use the first scenario. Scenario one is that you filed your 2019 tax return and you provided your bank account information. Then you will receive your check via direct deposit. Second scenario is you finished your 2019 tax return, but you did not provide your bank account information. Okay, so you have two options here. Okay, you can either wait and get your check through mail, which I don't recommend because that will take a long time. We're going to get to that in question 4, and you're going to see that it could take significant amount of time. There's a big difference between receiving the check via mail or through direct deposit. So the answer to that is the IRS knows that, so they're planning on setting up portals in late April or early May where you can submit your bank information so that your checks can be submitted via direct deposit. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be on the lookout for that, and this may be a good time to say subscribe to the videos because I'm going to be putting out a lot of important information for you guys that you guys can access and some links for more details. So just want to plug that now. If you're enjoying the video so far, please hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's continue moving on with other scenarios. Let's say you have not filed your 2019 tax return yet, and that's okay because the deadline has been extended, okay? So 2018 was the last time you filed. You provided your bank account information with that tax return. You're in luck. They will use that information. Your check will be submitted via direct deposit. If you filed your 2018 tax return and you did not submit your bank account information, then you're in the same boat as everyone that filed a 2019 without bank information. You have two options. You can wait and you can get the check through your mail, or you can, when the portals become available, submit your bank account information so that you can receive your check through direct deposit. All right, and just a final note for you guys. This is possible as well that your bank account information has changed. If your bank account information has changed, you want to dial 1-800-829-1040. Let me say that again. It's 1-800-829-1040. That way you can change your bank account information and make sure that you get your information and your check through your bank account so you get it as soon as possible. All right, guys, for the fourth and the most important question, when will you be holding your money? All right. The most recent announcement from the IRS is that they plan on issuing money on April 13th. And that's for those who have their bank information with the IRS, and that money will be sent through direct deposit. For those of you who do not have bank information with the IRS, you cannot expect to receive your check for at least 5 months. It could take 5 months or more. So let's go back to question number 3. How do you get your money? I recommend when those portals are available in late April, early May, you want to get online and you want to enter that information. You may also call 1-800-829-1040 and see if you can provide your bank account information through that avenue. So right now you may be saying, wow, 5 months, that's a long time. Why is it taking so long? Well, the IRS projects that 150 million Americans will qualify for the stimulus check, and of those 150 million that qualify, 70 million will have their bank account information on file. So it's going to take time for them to sift through all the people who don't have their bank account information on file and to get the checks out. All right, when it comes time for the physical checks to be issued, they are going to work from the bottom up. So going back to the do I qualify information, where for single it's $75,000 or less, and then the phase out, and then married couples that are $150,000 or less, and then the phase out. They're going to start with the people who have the least amount of money and work their way up. Okay, so just be patient. Your check is on the way. It may be a few months, but it will be there. All right, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you gained some information from it and you learned something. The additional information that I wanted to give you, the links. So the first link is irs.gov/coronavirus, and the second link is coronavirus.gov. Check out those links for additional details on everything that I just talked to you about, because truth is, this is such a crazy, fluid situation. The details are always changing. So make sure that you're checking those websites out, you're following up on the videos that I'm going to be providing, so that you're always up to date with all the important information that you need to know. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new content. I just want to say that I wish everyone the best during this really difficult time. I hope everyone is healthy. I hope everyone is staying sane. This will all be over soon. We're all in this together, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon.